Portions of this episode of Habitat Academy were recorded during local adherence of the coronavirus guidelines and while Lake County students were on an extended break from school.
This is what happens when Construction Academy students from Leesburg High School come together with Habitat for Humanity of Lake and Sumter County, construction professionals, and the city of Leesburg for one extraordinary hands-on experience. Together building a dream home for one well-deserving family. This is the season finale of Habitat Academy. Well, this is it. It's the season finale of Habitat Academy. You've been with us from the groundbreaking and through the progress all along the way of this amazing project. Many vendors have donated time and resources to make this project a success. But they're not the only ones contributing their time. Local Habitat volunteers invest their time and skills to help make sure the house is completed on schedule.
My husband and I, about 7 years ago, decided that we were going to do Habitat for Humanity and give back to the community in retirement. So we bought this fifth wheel and a big truck, and we're sort of nomads. And then he died in June unexpectedly, and so I decided to just keep on going with our dream. I called Habitat for Humanity when I got down here in October because I needed something to keep busy with, and I lucked into Barry and this project here and mentoring these kids, and it's just been a great experience working with all these young men.
Most of my career was in the insurance claims area, and I also had a remodeling company, and I volunteered for Habitat for Humanity as a matter of being able to give back and provide the Habitat people with some of my experience.
We've been working with Leesburg Construction Academy. I always call them my VOTEC kids, but it did a lot for my brother as a kid. He was able to gain a profession, and so it's been really fun tutoring them, mentoring them, teaching them simple things as well as more complicated things, and they're so eager to learn, and they're just a really nice bunch of guys, and they like us and we like them.
These men were very motivated. It was a pleasure to work with them because they wanted to do good work, and they wanted to work hard, and they wanted to look back at their project and be pleased with the work that they did. And I was very happy about that, and it was very pleasing to me because of the quality of the work that they put out. I watched these young men improve their skills and their production, and it gives me a great deal of satisfaction to know that I can help them become better at what they're doing. And if they choose to go into the trades after they get out of school, I have a really good sense of accomplishment because these young men have worked very hard and they are very motivated.
I never thought that we would get to be so attached to the kids when I first started this. They're just great.
Ever wonder what goes into selecting a Habitat homeowner? Danielle Stroud, the Senior Director of Development of Habitat for Humanity Lake and Sumter, explains the selection process and reveals some details into next season's property.
Families self-select and they come to us. They put in an application through our website, and it's initial screening that shows whether or not they would meet the criteria for the program. If that initial clearing goes through and it looks like they have the appropriate credit, income, and the need for the housing, which those are the three main criteria for the program, we then reach out to them, we do an over-the-phone interview. The biggest misconception is that Habitat homeowners get their house free and clear, which is not true whatsoever. They worked really hard to get this house. They put in 200 hours of sweat equity, and they have to be like any other home buyer on the market. When we hand those keys over, they are responsible for their affordable mortgage, as well as paying their taxes just like any other citizen and home buyer. When it came to Lauren, we did definitely see her need and her current situation of where she was at in her life. So not only did she have a great moving story and the need for the housing, everything else fell into place too.
Another decision not taken lightly was the inclusion of high school students on the job site, a first for Leesburg High School.
This is the first time that Leesburg High School Construction Academy students had done this with us. So on the front end, we were very cautious and making sure that they truly understood that you are on an active job site. They never took anything that we said lightheartedly. They listened to the rules and guidelines that were put out there, and they treated it like a true job. And that was the intent of the program. When I showed up, and it was an off day for the students, and 2 students came on their own accord, kind of showed me that they really are enjoying this opportunity and the project and being able to be involved in the outcome of what they were doing. They were really invested. So that to me warmed my heart a little bit and made, because I love it, of course. It's that much more meaningful because we're helping a family, but we're also investing in the kids that are working on the project. And I'm excited to share that Southlake High School will be joining us next year. And we're going to mirror the program exactly after the Leesburg High School program. And our hope is that it can continue to spread even to other school districts.
With this home nearing completion and another group of LHS Construction Academy students waiting for their opportunity, the next home site has already been identified.
Next year's project, we have closed on the piece of property that we will be building on. It's not too far from the school. Currently, the lot has a burned down home on it, so we will have to demo that. It's an interesting piece of property because it presented an opportunity for the woman who owned it to start a new chapter in her life. And she had a connection with one of this year's students. So it lends another layer in which things are interconnected. And so we're excited to be able to clear that off so that the land is prepared for next year's students, and then we will follow the same timeline.
Homeownership can impact a person's emotional and physical well-being. Phyllis Baum, a representative with UF Health Leesburg, shares a different perspective that has less to do with building a home and more to do with building a life.
It's very exciting for UF Health Leesburg to be partnering on this project. Our mission is to improve the health and quality of life of the individuals and communities we serve. And so we know that having a safe place to live is the foundation to that. And we feel it's very important for us to be a part in improving the overall health of the community and the quality of life. UF Health Central Florida does a community health needs assessment. So one of our priorities is improving the mental health of our community because there's a connection with homelessness. So we'll be focusing on that over the next 3 years. We also partner with community efforts such as Habitat for Humanity, where we're able to lend our team members who may want to provide their own personal time and skill. We can contribute financially to the cause, and we provide leadership by individuals that may work in our organization that want to partner with other local civic groups that can promote affordable housing in our community. If you look at this overall for this particular family, when you have the ability to get your basic needs met, such as you are well fed, you're well rested, it allows you to really excel in your education and to pursue other interests because you have those basic needs met, so you're able to thrive in the community because you can grow beyond that area of just those foundational needs. Because again, that safety element of having a place that you can depend on to sleep at night, a place where you know that you can get up and feel a sense of well-being when you go to school so that you can learn, or as a parent that you can feel that sense of accomplishment that you're providing for your children in a way that you can promote them as they can pursue the highest level that they're capable of in the community.
When we return, we're back on campus at Leesburg High School to speak with Bryan Russ, the Construction Academy teacher, about his criteria for next year's Dream Team roster. Plus, meet the owner of this labor of love and hear how she got here.
I went through a really nasty divorce. I'm raising my kids all on my own. You know, just the divorce really kind of put me in the hole.
And finally, the big reveal is just moments away. We're building towards an exciting conclusion. Stay tuned. You're watching the season finale of Habitat Academy. Welcome back to Habitat Academy. The bar has been set by this year's LHS Construction Academy students. How will next year's class exceed expectations? It all starts with Bryan Russ as he builds next year's dream team.
And the existing dream team does more to promote it than I do. They go tell everyone like, oh man, I go build an entire house. I mean, how cool is that? As part of high school, in the middle of my day, 3 days a week, I go build a whole house, like a human one. Not like a dog house, not a bird house, like a shop class when I was growing up. You're building a people house that a family's gonna live in that wouldn't be able to get that house any other way. So as far as the criteria I'm gonna use for selecting them next year, the bar is already set pretty high. So I don't necessarily need to set a higher bar. I do have to have some criteria. They're gonna be relatively subjective because, there are some people who need it. And I need to be able to make a judgment call. Do they have a talent that they don't see in themselves that I think I can draw out of this kid? They're willing to give it a shot and discover what's in them, you know what I mean? They may not have the greatest grades, but they may be in that position. I want to be able to say, hey, well, you're in, and you better step up your daggum grades. There are a lot of kids kind of jockeying for it now, and I've already told them I'm going to have a really hard time because there's only so many spots. I can't have you guys all in it.
One advantage next year's students have is that they now know who Mr. Russ is. That wasn't the case when he initially ambushed his unsuspecting students after this project was already underway.
The first day I met him, I was actually up here for teacher orientation, and they didn't know who the new teacher was. So I was like, ooh, that dream team thing at the Habitat House is starting right now. So I was like, I'll go over there and just act like a volunteer. You know what I mean? And I was like, I'll act like a dumb volunteer who doesn't have a clue what they're doing. But I acted like, I never used a nail gun. Those things are cool. I've always wanted to use them. I was chatting with all the students, to the point where they were like, dude, like they were kind of like, this guy's a little irritating.
No, come on. How many times have I told you how to swing a hammer? You're choking up on it like a little kid, and it's looking ridiculous. No, just try again. Try again. I'm sick of this. God!
But in my mind, I was there to dupe the students. One kid, I can tell he was a quiet kid, and I was talking to him a lot the whole time we were trying to frame something up. At the end, I was like, hey, would you hire him? Pointing to his fellow students. Oh yeah, I'd hire him if I was GC. Heck yeah. Oh yeah, I'd hire him. Would you hire me? No. But it wasn't just like no. It was like, I don't know how to tell you that you should do anything in this earth besides construction. You know what I mean? Like, it was pitiful. So I said, man, what would I have to do to get you to hire me? And he says, talk less. And I loved it because I'm like, he has no idea I'm the next teacher. So when I walked in the next week, he was the first kid I saw, and he just sunk in his chair a little bit like, oh, he knew right away, that moron from the Habitat House is my new teacher. I was like, I saw them when no teacher was around and how they act on that house. And I was like thoroughly impressed. But to see them, they already had such a level of professionalism at a young age. I don't know, it says something about their parents, the teachers that came before me, or something.
It's been said that materials and workmanship make a house, but it's the people inside who make it a home. Lauren McInnes and her 2 children will soon be calling this season's Habitat Academy house their home.
I was doing a Google search on affordable housing. I was wanting to be a homeowner, so of course I wanted to do affordable housing, and Habitat came up. I was like, they're not gonna call me, they're not going to, I wasn't expecting, it to move so fast and to get a phone call. It was really shocking, and then it's just really exciting. My most recent housing situation is living with my parents. I was doing affordable rent through them just so me and my kids can have somewhere to live until I could find a place on my own. It'd be really nice to have something to go home to that we own and we can live in and stay. We don't have to move from house to house or live with family members. It's going to be a sense of security. We own this home, we all have to maintain it, work together. I mean, it's going to be amazing that we don't have to say, well, we have to get out of my parents' house or we have to go live with someone else. I have gone by several times just to look at it around my work schedule, and I love it. I love the porch.
White Aluminum, a local Leesburg company, donated the materials for Lauren's favorite feature of the home, the screened-in porch. Lauren and her kids will be able to enjoy the Florida breezes without worrying about those pesky Florida mosquitoes.
So the screening helps keep out the tiniest of bugs and create a bug-free environment. We're going to have a door that swings back towards the home and will allow them to exit and enjoy their backyard, and an additional door over here, again swinging back to the house so they can exit out of their front porch and out into the front yard.
I think it's a beautiful home, and it will be perfect for my kids and I. I wasn't able to make it to the dry-in, but I did see online, I saw some pictures of the signatures, and I thought that was just amazing. I was reading a lot of the signatures and sayings, and you know, it brought tears to my eyes. I thought it was really awesome. I really loved that part. The first thing that I'm going to do in my new house is probably getting family together, just to have everybody over and see the house. You know, I'm gonna brag a little bit that finally I have something for myself. I went through a really nasty divorce. You know, it was really nasty. I'm raising my kids all on my own, you know, and you know, just the divorce really kind of put me in the hole. You know, I am working. I work in the medical field. I have a degree. I have a license. I work hard. I work off of my paycheck, and you know, it's awesome to just have someone that can see the hard work and want to just help. You know, I'm going to be paying the mortgage, I'm going to be paying my property taxes, I'm paying my insurance. This is no handout, you know, but they make it affordable to where the payments are low enough to where you can actually afford the home. So it's amazing. I think it's a wonderful opportunity for so many people.
When we return, we'll reveal the completed house to Lauren.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And we'll get some final thoughts for the dream team from the volunteers, the homeowner, and their teacher. Plus, sometimes things don't always go as planned.
Oh, you know what?
He's not mic'd up.
Yeah, you gotta mic me up.
So stay tuned. You're watching Habitat Academy. Welcome back to Habitat Academy. As a member of the elite dream team, Matthew Waybright had the privilege of helping bring this home to life. Coincidentally, his mother, Alicia Waybright, lived on the lot previously. The family connections don't stop there. Matthew's sister owns Way Too Bright Cleaning Company, and they offered to do a free cleaning of the house prior to the big reveal.
It makes me feel really good to help someone who really needs a house, and for us as the group of the dream team to build it for her and actually see her and see how happy she is when it's finished and done. It's pretty cool.
With the schools closed for the remainder of the year, some of the students, along with Bryan Russ, check in via video conference to share their final thoughts as the project comes to a close.
One of the most valuable things that I learned from this experience is how important our job is and how much what we're learning is affecting people.
Before I got into construction, I was pretty shy. I wasn't really a talkative person, like to a group of people, older or younger, in any type of way. Like this group call right here is just like nothing to me now.
What I would give to next year's dream team, I think I would tell them to, respect the teacher, listen to them, listen to your teammates, listen to what they have to say. If they have any tips, listen to them, see if it works for you. Just be a good listener, good team member.
Take advantage of every opportunity they have and to try to pick up as much as you can when working with others, with the teacher, with the fellow student.
It was an honor, helping to make this house for you. I would do it again because it was really fun to work with my teammates.
To know that someone's going to live there thanks to us, and I can go back in like 10, 15 years and be able to see that house still standing there. It'll feel good.
I want the homeowner to know that these kids didn't just give her a home, help her build a home along with other people. She gave them something by having a Habitat house. She gave them an opportunity to grow and flourish and be something productive in the society after they graduate.
It's been quite a journey to get here, but it's now time for the big reveal. Lauren finally gets to see her newly completed home.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, move them out!
That's awesome. I love it. Woo! That is beautiful, beautiful. Oh, wonderful. Love it. Beautiful. Wow. It's amazing.
On behalf of everybody in Leesburg, welcome to your new home.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Wow. This is so beautiful. I love it. I love it. Gorgeous. I love it.
To me, this what makes this house.
It really does. I love it. We'll be out here often. If I could say something to the Habitat students at Leesburg Academy, I would just want to thank them so much. They've done such a wonderful job. They've really just done an amazing job on the house.
Keep on learning, do the best you possibly can, because it's going to matter when you get to a real job site.
I couldn't be more proud of the students who came out and worked on this project.
It was a pleasure to work with them because they wanted to do good work, and they wanted to work hard, and they wanted to look back at their project and be pleased with the work that they did.
I hope there's a swagger in them. I hope they feel honored and privileged to be a part of the dream team.
You guys have completely shocked me. You guys are great. You're in the perfect field. You're doing awesome.
And that's a wrap. Join us for Season 2 of Habitat Academy, where we'll follow a brand new dream team of students as they work to build a home for yet another well-deserving family. We've built something great this season. We'll see you in the fall for Season 2 of Habitat Academy.
Something you don't want to put in there. It'd be a bad idea to put certain things in there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, constellation pants, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah! That's swagger? That's a swagger right there. Wait, I'm a little orchestra. You tell me, no, Mr. Russ, that's not what I'm looking for. I'm the video person. You can do that to me.
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay? No, we know. It's her. Okay.
He's used to me. He does this with me a lot.
This is a historic neighborhood, so Habitat went and got new.
We'll finish later.
Okay.
They're out there working on the. Quiet on the set.
Might should have gave them some pneumatic guns. Yeah, right. Doom, 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 doom. Thank you for helping and supporting Habitat Academy.
Yep, no problem. Thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's all right.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Awesome.
Oh, you know what?
He's not mic'd up.
Yeah, you gotta mic me up.
He talks loud.
Yeah, I talk loud enough. Can't hear him, but I gotta have a mic on.
Have I ever run across a cooler group of them? That's a good question. No, is the answer. Am I doing good? Is that right?
Come on, man. And tell me when to stop.
Go ahead.
Man, okay, I am. You couldn't have done that for half a second. Quit. I don't want to give you a chance to prove it. I hope some of this stuff I'm like, you need to erase it.
Oh, yeah.
Production support for Habitat Academy is provided by Romac Building Supply, Habitat for Humanity of Lake and Sumter County, UF Health Leesburg, the City of Leesburg, and is a production of Red Apples Media.